Welcome to The Explainer. We are absolutely thrilled to have you with us today as we unpack some, honestly, truly fascinating shifts happening right now in the mobility landscape. By July 2026, the market for accessible electric vehicles has just completely transformed. We are looking at a brand new era of purpose-built electric mobility. Okay, let's dive into this.
Exactly. And the absolutely vital insight we're sharing today is that the era of the generic, compromised, budget EV, that is completely dead. If you're tuning in, you'll walk away from this explainer with a crystal clear understanding of how these new vehicles are being designed for very specific lifestyle personas. And ultimately, you'll figure out which one perfectly aligns with your own daily life.
To get us there, here's a quick roadmap for today. First up, the 2026 EV revolution.
Then we'll cover the mobility contenders.
Next is finding your EV persona, followed by the India trade disruption.
And finally, we'll wrap the whole thing up with the final decision matrix.
All right, Section 1, the 2026 EV revolution. From compliance to purpose-built.
So, we're seeing a market, and this is particularly true in the highly competitive Italian market, that has definitively matured. Accessibility? It's no longer just some distant future goal, it is literally the primary competitive battleground for manufacturers today.
That's right. Manufacturers have finally moved past what we call generic compliance, where affordable EVs were basically just stripped down, worse versions of expensive cars. Now we're in the era of purpose-built mobility. Automakers are creating highly specialized solutions that target specific lifestyle niches. It's a hyper-competitive segment where brand identity and specialized utility matter just as much as the actual price tag.
Moving right along to Section 2, the mobility contenders. The data behind the drive.
Let's look at the key vehicles shaping this landscape, specifically focusing on the fiercely contested space under the €21,000 mark. Now, what's really interesting here is right in the middle, the Leapmotor T03. What's absolutely incredible about it is how it completely disrupts the traditional price-to-specification ratio. I mean, for €18,900, it offers 95 horsepower and a 37.3 kilowatt-hour battery. It completely challenges the old industry assumption that entry-level pricing means you just have to settle for low performance. Meanwhile, you've got the Dacia Spring defending the absolute floor at €17,900, and European legacy brands like Renault and Citroën strategically pricing themselves right in the mix.
Which brings us to Section 3, finding your EV persona, matching tech to lifestyle. Because raw specs, they really only tell half the story. The true value comes from understanding the philosophy behind each vehicle's design and how that actually translates into your daily life. So let's break down these distinct lifestyle approaches. First up, the Dacia Spring at €17,900. This car represents the essentialist approach. It is the absolute cheapest entry point into the electric world, built around extreme rationalism and total minimalism.
Exactly. The essentialist buyer views a car purely as a point-to-point transit tool for the daily commute. Nothing more, nothing less. By using a lightweight chassis, a smaller 24.3 kilowatt-hour battery, and just stripping away unnecessary gadgets, the Spring offers the absolute lowest cost of operation. If your commute is totally predictable and you just want to eliminate fuel costs, why on earth would you pay for features you'll literally never use? It's for the buyer who wants proven mechanics and extreme efficiency without any frills.
Now moving to a completely different mindset, we have the Leapmotor T03. This one targets what we call the pragmatic tech buyer. This is for the highly analytical consumer who absolutely refuses to equate affordable with under-equipped.
Right. The pragmatic tech buyer evaluates a purchase by the density of features per euro spend. And the Leapmotor? It totally delivers. It packs premium hardware like four-wheel disc brakes and integrated advanced driver assistance systems, or ADAS, into an €18,900 price point. It's an incredibly aggressive value multiplier strategy. It gives you safety and performance usually reserved for much higher segments, ensuring you get the absolute maximum yield for your investment.
Then we shift gears to the Renault Twingo E-Tech, priced at €19,500. This one is custom-built for the connected urbanite, the metropolitan dweller who wants their car to be a seamless digital extension of their smartphone and their office. For this buyer, their car is really just another node in their entire tech ecosystem.
And this brilliantly illustrates how connectivity is now seen as a crucial service. The Twingo's secret weapon here is the OpenR Link system, which is a native Google automotive environment. Listen, seamless software integration is now just as critical a specification as battery size. It reduces tech friction and gives the urban driver a totally stress-free digital experience, all backed by the reliability of a massive European service network.
Finally, let's compare two models catering to buyers wanting maturity and space beyond the city limits. First, the Citroën EC3, at 18,900 euros, focuses on accessible comfort. It features their advanced comfort suspension for a softer ride and offers 100 kilowatt fast charging with a solid 320 kilometer WLTP range. On the other hand, we have the Geely E2 at 20,900 euros, representing the ambitious premium buyer.
The Geely E2 really uses a segment-defying approach. Because it's built on a native EV architecture, meaning it was designed as an electric car from the ground up, not just adapted from a gas car, there are no bulky engine bays or transmission tunnels getting in the way. This allows a small footprint city car to offer an incredible 375-liter main boot plus a 70-liter frunk in the front. It delivers a remarkably mature segment-up ride quality with refined materials for those who simply refuse to compromise on space or comfort.
Next up, Section 4, the India Trade Disruption, Geopolitical Shifts in Mobility.
So, as established and highly competitive as this 2026 market seems, there is a fascinating geopolitical twist that is about to shake things up even further. Back in February of 2026, a landmark EU-India free trade agreement was reached.
Right, and the impact of this is just huge. This agreement slashes vehicle tariffs from a massive 110% down to just 10%. Over the next 18 to 24 months, heading into 2027, we fully expect to see a massive influx of Indian models from brands like Tata and Mahindra. Mahindra, for example, is leveraging the INGLO platform, which they actually developed in partnership with Volkswagen. This mounting competitive pressure is going to drive prices down even further and flood that sub-20,000 euro market with even more variety.
All right, let's move to Section 5 and see how this all builds. The final decision matrix, choosing your 2026 EV. With all these contrasting philosophies we've covered today, how do you actually make a choice? Well, it really all comes down to your personal priorities. If your priority is pure savings and the absolute lowest cost of operation, the Dacia Spring is your benchmark. If you demand the highest feature density, value, performance, and safety hardware, the Leapmotor T03 is the optimal choice. If your life revolves around seamless digital connectivity, the Renault Twingo E-Tech with Google Automotive is the clear winner. If you want accessibility paired with mature suspension comfort, look at the Citroën C03. And finally, if your priority is segment-defying space and premium material quality inside a city footprint, the Geely E2 absolutely takes the crown.
Electrification is no longer a compromise, guys. Manufacturers are providing highly tailored solutions that map perfectly onto individual lifestyles. We've moved far beyond the days of settling for less just to go electric. You now have the data, the pricing, and a really clear view of the design philosophies driving these new platforms.
So, the crucial point is this. The data's there, and the market has completely changed. The only question left is to analyze your own life. Is your next car just an essential tool to get from A to B, or does it need to be a fully integrated digital hub? What a great question to end on. We want to sincerely thank you for spending your time and learning with us today. We hope this breakdown of the 2026 EV landscape gave you some great insights and real value. If you enjoyed this explainer, please consider buying us a coffee at the link below. It really truly helps us keep diving into these complex topics. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.